All right, let's pray. Father God, we just thank you, Jesus, for this wonderful day. We thank you for all the rain that you have given us so far. And Lord, I thank you, Lord, for that, because we are kind of dry, and kind is a understatement. But Lord, we just thank you, Lord, for your goodness, Lord, Father, because you sit on the throne and none of us do. And Lord, I know one thing, Lord Jesus, that you do never forsake the righteous, Lord, Father. And we just thank you, Lord, for everything that you're doing and that you're going to continue to do in our lives. And we just pray for this world, Lord, that is lost. And I just pray, Lord, that your perfect will be done, Lord, not ours, Lord. And I just pray right now as your word comes forth, Lord, it's not me speaking. It's not my ideas or my personal input. It's what the word of God says. So in Jesus' name we thank you and we glorify your name. Amen. You know, before I go any further, I was pulling up in the driveway here. I used to see my buddy Blue Explorer all the time. And you know, most of you know him more than I did. I've only been here like 6-7 years, but most of you known him for a long time. But when I first met him, I remember when I first started coming to Calvary, everybody was talking about Lyle, but he was sick. And then finally he showed up, and I was telling Al, when I first met him, I fell in love with him. And what I mean is that our spirits clicked, all right? My love for Christ and his love for Christ just, man, it just like that, in a blink of an eye, was just me and him. And we got along. Now, if you know Lyle, he was a little hard-nosed sometimes, man. But, you know, I appreciate that. I remember one time when I got surgery 3 years ago, he went over to my house and visited me because I was off for a month. And he started talking to me and the wisdom that he had. Now, the world might look and say, well, he was sick, he didn't have, but you know what? This man had Jesus in him. And that's what matters. And I learned stuff from him. All right? That's what I wanted. I wanted to squeeze, man, what he had. And 2 weeks ago, me and Tim came to go visit him, and he didn't look good, man. He did not look good. And he told us right there, I'm ready to go home. And me and Tim looked at each other, and we knew what he meant. So we prayed with him. We laid hands on him, like the Bible instructs us to do. Pray for the sick. And after that, we said bye. I got to see him for the last time. I told him that I loved him. And afterwards, me and Tim Bernardo talking. I think he's going home, man. What do you think? You know, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that he is, but I know one thing: only God knows. And if he takes him home, praise God. And I remember a month ago, we were sitting there, and he was telling me, Joe, I'm ready to go, man. I'm tired of being sick. And before that, he had texted me, Joe. He was real happy. Joe, you know, I lost 30 pounds. I just came out of the doctor, and my A1C is down to 6. Any of us who are diabetes, we're marked A1C numbers. If you got 7 below, you're doing real good at that better, all right? And he was at 7 point something, but he went down to 6.9. And said, hey, you're catching up to me now. I'm at 6.5. I said, well, I'm going to catch up to you, Joe, but I'm doing real good, you know? Well, that's good news. And then I come here and he's telling me, I'm ready to go home because I'm tired of being sick, you know. But you know, praise God. God knows everything. I mean, we can predict when you're going to be born, but we can never predict or know when God's going to take us home. Never. You know. But praise God. Now, you know, he's with Jesus, man. You know, and praise God for that. You know that he was saved. And let's just keep his family in prayer. His daughter and his grandkids and. He talked a lot to me about his daughter and his granddaughter. And we'll just keep him in prayer. Hopefully through this, you know, his family starts coming to Christ. You know, because the reality is that, you know, that death is for real. Jesus knew that too. Like Paul, my brother Paul also was talking up here. You know, Jesus purpose was to come and die for our sins. You know, He didn't come here to look good or be good. Yeah, he was a good teacher. He was a miracle worker. He was the Messiah, that the Bible says. And my brother read how his purpose was to die. And the Bible says that in Isaiah, Brother Paul, that it pleased God to do that to him. Why? Because he was thinking about you and I. Because you and I couldn't have gone through what he did. We're not qualified in the first place because we're sinners. But he wasn't. You know, and people ask me, who's your hero? You know, we got, you know, I like football, you know, I like baseball, you know. Man, my hero is Jesus, man. You know, bottom line is, he is my hero. You know, my barber asked me the other day, I was getting a haircut, he goes, hey, Joe, what made you come to California? So I told him, you really want to hear it? He goes, yeah. Now, don't get mad at me because you asked me why I ended up here. So I told him how Jesus put it in my heart, and he spoke to me in my dream. He looked at me like, can't hear God in dreams. I didn't hear that from the bottom of, hey, Joe! No, I didn't hear that. Right. Even Christians, when I told them, when I first came here, I had one mouth. God doesn't speak like that. Oh, yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. He spoke to Abraham, he can speak to anybody. I didn't come here because I love California. No, I'm starting to like it now. I didn't come here for the pizza, I know that for sure. They don't make good pizza out here. Alright? I didn't come here for a job because I got promoted in my job in Chicago. I didn't come here for a better job or a better life. I came out here, I told him, because Jesus told me to move out here. Well, you've been doing good, aren't you? You work for PG&E, you got a house now. You know what? Thank God for all that. I didn't know I was going to have all this. You know? So I thank Jesus for that. And that's what we're going to talk about today. And I'm going to come out of John 20. And we're going to talk about the empty tomb. And I was reading how lawyers back then and even now trying to prove that the resurrection of Christ wasn't true. There's a physics. He's a born-again Christian now. I think his name is David Ross. Very intelligent man. All right. He became a born-again Christian because he was investigating the claims of Jesus Christ. Isn't that funny, man? It's wonderful at the same time. Because here's this guy, he's looking through the Bible, I'm going to prove this wrong, I'm going to prove it. And guess what? The Holy Spirit got hold of Sister Christy. Huh? And changed his life. And I was reading on his report at the end, he says, I know one thing, and I knew it back then, and I know it now for sure, that this world was created by a divine being. In other words, it had to be a great God that did this. I was listening to the radio, and before I was listening to the radio, I came across this report that 31% of born-again Christians, like you and I, proclaim to be born-again Christians, evangelical Christians, don't believe in a biblical worldview. And then I was listening to Dr. Dobson the other day, and he had, I think it was one of Franklin Graham's child, which is Billy Graham's grandchild, and he was telling me how they did a research on that too, how they went back and said, how can 31% of born-again Christians not believe in a biblical worldview? So they went back to the pastors. 28% of the pastors they interviewed said that they don't believe in a biblical worldview. Now, what do you mean by a biblical worldview, Joe? That the crucifixion, the resurrection, and the ascension, and everything that the Bible talks about did not come to pass. It didn't happen. 28%. So it makes you wonder, what are they teaching in these churches? 28% of the pastors don't believe that what my Paul Lawson read and what I read on the crucifixion don't preach that or teach that because they believe it did not happen. So then their faith is in vain. All right? And then 31% of the Christians don't believe that. Why? why? You know why? Well, now I know why. Because they're not being taught. See, there's three things in our Christian life we have to look at real good and accept it and believe it. It's the crucifixion, the resurrection, and the ascension of Jesus Christ. Yeah, the birth talks about it, yeah. But the crucifixion, brothers and sisters, all right? The resurrection, you and I are resurrected. When we died, like when Lyle died, yeah, he died physically, Paul, but guess what? Spiritually, he went on to be with Jesus. Why? Because what Jesus did on that cross, and he resurrected on the third day, just like he said he was going to do it. And he ascended up to heaven. And God placed him, that was God's work, to place him at his right hand and put all his enemies, what? Under his, what? Feet. So that you and I have authority now, all right? Not in our own authority, but in God's authority to walk this Christian life down here on earth, because it's not easy to live down here on earth without Christ. I've been saved, what, 30 years now? I don't know how in the world can people live without Christ. I just don't understand. I mean, it's hard for us as Christians sometimes, or most of the time. Imagine without being correct, no morals, come on, man, how can you live like this? And the world's not getting any better. I have my youngest brother. He's a self-proclaimed atheist. All right? So I told him one day, I says, well, let me ask you this. Do you believe killing is right? Oh, no, it's wrong. Do you believe in stealing is right? No, that's wrong. Where do you think those morals come from? You think they came from those come from God. So there is a God. Well, I don't know. It's just, no. It's God, brother. Whether you want to, anybody wants to accept it or not, or even believe that or not, there is a living God. There is. So when I hear statistics like that, man, I get a little, wow, man, it's just unbelievable. It blows my mind, Chapter 20, verse number 1. I'll read it on, and we're going to stop at 17. Now, this is talking about the empty tomb. Now, you know what Jesus did when he was walking down here on earth, what he told the disciples, what he was going to do and what was going to happen. All right? He didn't leave them out blind. All right? There was no blind faith about this. He told them exactly what was going to happen. Now, you ever ask yourself, why did God wait this long to come at this time to send Jesus? Well, first of all, the Roman Empire was in power. That Sanhedrin had taken place already, which is the Sadducees and the Pharisees. That was their court, their supreme court. But they were under the Roman Empire. So when God says, well, I'm going to send Jesus, going to be born in this, well, there was a lot of, if you read history, there was a lot of things going on. Like homosexuality was rampant. All right. The government of Rome was dictating. All right. They were hard. All right. But there was a little remnant that God didn't forget, and that was the Jewish people. And my brother read, and there's a lot of prophecy about Jesus, all right? They came to pass. Now that alone, the prophecies that are being fulfilled in this Bible even today, that alone ought to draw attention to unbelievers. And even believers as believers in that build our faith. So when here in chapter 20 we find ourselves, it's an empty tomb now, and I'm going to read. Now the first day of the week, Mary Magdalene was the one that was 7 demons possessed. Remember her? And then she's the one that wiping Jesus with her, with her hair on his feet. All right? So she came early to the tomb when it was still dark and saw the stone already taken away from the tomb. So she ran and came to Simon Peter and to the other disciples whom Jesus loved, that was John, and said to them, they have taken away the Lord out of the tomb, and we do not know where they have laid him. So Peter and the other disciple went forward, and they were going to the tomb. The two were running together, and the other disciple, John, ran ahead faster than Peter and came to the tomb first. And stooping, in other words, kind of looked in there, okay. And looking in, he saw the linen, wrapping lying there, but he did not go in. So Simon Peter also came following him and entered the tomb. He just went in, man. He just didn't care, huh? That's Peter. That was his characteristic, right? And he went in. Where did he go? And so Simon Peter also came following him and entered the tomb, and he saw the linen wrapping lying there, and the face cloth which had been in his head, not lying, but the linen wrapping, but rolled up and placed by itself. Oh, probably real neat, huh? So the other disciple who had first come, in other words, John, to the tomb, then also entered. He seen Peter going, no, I'm going to go in now. All right? And he saw and believed. Believe what? In the context, we're talking about what? The resurrection of Christ. The Lord said, they might kill me, but I'm going to resurrect him. Okay? So then he goes, for as yet they did not understand the scripture that he must rise again from the dead. So the disciples went away again to their own homes. Oh, well, it's empty, big deal. Oh, yeah, I believe it. Oh, let's go home. But Mary was standing outside the tomb weeping. And so she wept. She stooped and looked into the tomb, and she saw two angels in white sitting, one at the head of the feet, where the body of Jesus had been lying, and they said to her, "Woman, why are you weeping?" She said to them, "Because they have taken away" who? "My Lord." She didn't say they took away Jesus. No, she said they're taking away who? They took away my Lord. And I do not know where they had laid him. When she had said this, she turned around and saw Jesus standing there, and did not know that it was Jesus. She turned around, there was a man standing there. And Jesus said to her, "Woman, why are you weeping? Who are you seeking?" What a question, huh, from Jesus. Supposing him to be the gardener, she said to him, "Sir, if you have carried him away, tell me where you have laid him, and I will take him away." Jesus said to her, "Mary." Jesus said to Mary. She turned and said to him in Hebrew, "Rabboni," which means what? Teacher. Jesus said to her, "Stop clinging to me." Now that's pretty harsh, isn't it? Now, in the original text, if you have a hold of Jesus, it says, "Do not touch me." I'll get back to that in a minute. When you read it, don't touch me. What's going on, man? I'm married, man. You're my Lord. And then Jesus went on to say, "Stop clinging to me." In other words, stop touching me, for I have not yet ascended to the Father. But go to my brethren and say to them, "I ascend to my Father and your Father, and my God and your God." Mary Magdalene came and also to the disciples. Now, you have to consider the time of this. Women were not listened to back then. They were treated as second class back in those days. So for a woman to come and say, "Hey, guess what, man? Jesus is alive." All right? That had to say a lot of things. Guess what, man? She's the first preacher, man. Guess what? Jesus is alive. Now, men are probably going, "Oh, what's wrong with her?" So she came, announcing to the disciples, "I have seen the Lord," and that he has said these things to her. Now, I want to go back to the word "touch me not." meaning of this word, it basically means, I wrote it down because I'll forget. If I can find it, am I scribbling? But I did find it today. The word touch basically means for the purpose of manipulating. In other words, to fill it. Now, you look at this, Jesus is not being harsh with her. Jesus is saying to her in this particular text, if you look at it real good, I don't want you to touch me, right? What I want you to do is look to the Father. The purpose I came to this world, all right, was to die for your sins. My mission in this world, all right, was to come here, all right, and die for the sins of the world. So that you, Mary, and now if you look at the text in the Greek, it's meaning all of us were, at least the word, means I want you to look that you have been given the ministry of reconciliation to who? To God. Because you and I could not have gone to God without what Jesus did. That's what God did. We were reconciled back to God through who? Through Jesus Christ. See, but in today's world, a lot of us, we cling on to different things, all right? We cling on to our husbands, our wives, all right? In the beginning, I told my wife, is she out there? I told her, you know, I love Jesus, but there's only one man that can fulfill my life, and that's God. I love my wife, all right? Me and her do a lot of things. I trust her with a lot of things. I do a lot of things with her. But there's one thing, she cannot change what's in here, and she cannot fulfill me what I need to hear from God. And I told my children too, especially Sammy, because he understands now. I'm going to let you down, son. All right? Look at me right here. This dad here, I'm going to let you down. All right? So I'm not going to promise you the whole world, because guess what, son? I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm not. So don't cling on to me, all right? Don't think that your daddy's going to be here forever, all right? But what I am telling you, in my prayers, he knows it, is that you get to know the same God that I know, Jesus. Have faith in him. See, but a lot of us here, we cling on to different stuff. We want to touch different stuff. We want to touch different books. We want to touch different seminars. We want to go to this and that, but we forget what the Father is doing in our lives. I had a brother fell from grace not too long ago, about a month ago, and he went around saying, you know, God is using me for sharing my testimony. And he doesn't teach or he just preaches his testimony. And I told him, look, brother, let me tell you something. Your testimony is good. I'm not lying to this. But your testimony doesn't change lives. All right? It might encourage people, but testimony doesn't change lives. All right? It might encourage people. It might inspire some people, but it's not going to change anybody. All right? Oh, you know, yeah, you know, because he's blind and all that. I said, let me tell you one thing, brother. I can sit, because I teach at his church sometimes. I can sit at church, in your church, and I can tell you all about my testimony. How to do that. I might throw a little bit, even here when I teach, I might give you a little bit of my testimony, but I'm not going to sit here and tell you what God did for me and what I did for the devil. All right? It's not the proper setting. It's not the environment for it, because my testimony, yes, it's good, but my testimony is not going to change your life. All right? Because if you cling on to my testimony, anybody else's testimony, guess what? It's going to fail you. You see what I'm getting at? Don't get lost on me now. All right? I'm not saying testimonies are bad. No, they're good. I mean, I heard some good testimonies. All right? But what I'm saying is that, all right, is that what Jesus did on that cross, and I look to Jesus for everything. All right? I'm not perfect. I fail him sometimes, most of the time. But he forgives me. I've been reconciled to God by what he did. And Mary at the beginning failed to realize that. All right? But then she got it. And I was talking to this brother. Well, lo and behold, not too long ago, I can say this because nobody knows him, and I'm not going to tell you his name, but he found in sex with a minor on top of that. Now, he's in trouble now. See, before that, I had told him, you have to claim, you have to come to Christ, man. You know, you have to find out who you are in Christ, and you have to allow Christ to work in your life, all right? It's a process that we go through. I said it before. I remember when I first got saved, this cousin of mine, through my wife, but he got saved at the same time. He wanted to go cast out demons in Mexico right away. Come on, Joe, let's go, man. We'll go cast out devils. I'm only like 2 months in the Lord, all right? I still needed to be cleaned out, and I'm still being cleaned out. And I told him, no, I'm not going to go to Mexico and cast out devils, because I'm not ready for that. And neither are you. What I'm getting at is that I don't want to cling on to different stuff. What I want to do is find myself in Christ, and now, Brother Paul, I'm finding out that the crucifixion of Jesus Christ, all right, makes all the difference with my faith. The resurrection, if it wasn't for the resurrection, Brother L, you and I cannot go to heaven. So when you got people out there teaching you, now you in general, that didn't happen, and then what are you teaching? But in the last days, I think it was Peter that wrote, correct me if I'm wrong, that people are going to want to listen to what? Something that tickles their ear. And here in the West, I'm talking about here in this country, all we want to hear is prosperity. Now, God does prosper, I'm not going to lie, all right? I know a good, wealthy Christian friend of mine. He's a self-made billionaire, all right? And God blessed him with a lot of things. Why? Because he knows how to give it all back. All right? He knows what to do. He's got the wisdom to use that kind of money. I'm not saying that maybe you don't, but I'm just saying God prospers people. Now, when you're teaching people that if you give $1,000 to this ministry, God will bless you with $100, $10, whatever. That's not found in the Bible, all right? I'm going to write these guys one time. I'm not going to mention your names, but I'm going to write this guy, and I'm going to tell them, my name is Joe Guerrero. If your concept works, send me $100. Maybe God will bless you with $100. Maybe he'll buy you the new thing. See, I don't touch that kind of stuff. All right? I don't cling onto stuff like that. This is what I want to go to. You know why? Because he is fulfilling my life. No one else, nothing else, no material thing, no person. This right here is fulfilling my life with Christ, with God. Nothing else. I want to get back to these 3 words, and I'm going to be done in a minute here. And I'm going to go to verse 6. And it says, in stooping and looking, in other words, Peter, he saw. And I wrote them down because it was interesting when I was going through this. The word saw here in the Greek means blepo. It means to look at. To visibly look at, right? So he saw the linen there, right? So most of us here, we look, we come to Christ and we look, yeah, it looks good, sounds good, all right. Yeah, it looks good. You know, that preacher, he sounds good, it's all right. I mean, I see it, yeah. All right? That's sometimes we approach the gospel sometimes. All right? And then he goes on to say, and I'll go to verse 6, I'm sorry. So Simon Peter, also came following him and entered the tomb, and he saw the living. Now, in verse 5, that was verse 5, the first one I gave you. In verse 6, the word saw in the Greek means theoro, means to study more carefully. That's where we get our English word theory. So now, this guy, the other guy comes in. Now he's looking at the linen, and he's got a theory. He's looking at it more carefully. He's like, okay. So then the third saw, in verse number 8, and I'll read it. So the other disciple, now John comes back, who had first come to the tomb, then also entered, and he saw and believed. Now here the word saw is the word idol in the Greek, from which we get our word idea. So in other words, the root meaning of this means, I got it. And the Bible says that he got it and what? And he believed. See, that's the process with us when we come to Christ. We look, and then we look again, and now we got a theory. We're looking at stuff now, right? So then the third saw we come, and now what? We have an idea. In other words, now we got what? In the text that we're talking about, that the resurrection took place, just like Jesus said. It did happen, folks. I wasn't there. You weren't there. The Bible says, and it's proven that it did happen. Now, I'm not perfect. All right? I'm far from being perfect. All right? But when I have issues, which I don't have very much, thank you very much, Lord. All right? Because I've seen God the way he has worked in my life in the beginning. I'll never forget how God told me, I'm going to be with you. He didn't say it out loud. He just spoke to my spirit. I was released from prison in 1989, March 5th. I remember that real good, man, because it was a good day for me. And I was lighting up a Newport, cigarettes, and I looked at it, and I said, Lord, I do not want to smoke anymore. I want to get rid of this habit. All right? I just had brought a brand new pack. I'm waiting for my brother and my uncle to come and pick me up, all greased up and ready to go home, man, to my mom's cooking. But Lord, I cannot go home smoking when I tell Mom that I love you. All right? That was me. So I threw the pack away, and God says, from now on, I'm going to start working. I didn't have to go to any nicotine process, but that was a sign for me that God was going to be with me. At first, I'm looking at it. These hallelujahs, man, I think they're perfect. And then I'm looking at it again, Brother Paul. Now I got a theory. Now I'm thinking, I'm looking at it real carefully now. 30 years later, I'm beginning to get it. And 30 years from now, I'm still going to try to get it. You know why? Because being a Christian, just because you're saved 30 years, doesn't mean you stop learning. It just means you keep maturing, man. That's why I don't understand, brothers, when I go to prison. I'll be there next week, talk to these guys. I don't understand how I even counsel some of these guys, how they still believe they can serve God and run around like a devil every week. I just don't get it. But then God brought me back to John, after John 3:16, how the world loved who better? They love darkness better than the morning. You ever invite people to church? You ever tell them, hey, come to church? Nah, that's right. I don't know why. You ever wonder why? That's because they love darkness over light. They prefer darkness over the light. It's like people used to invite me to church. Oh man, come on. You know, I respect your opinion, but you know, really, I really like the darkness, but I love sin, man. I love the sin. But then I came to Christ, man, and ever since that, I've been falling in love with Jesus all my life. My son's here to tell you, he's not a perfect dad. Believe me, he's not. I see his bad sides. You know, I don't beat up my wife, though. I don't beat up the devil. I want to make that clear, no. My son sees my attitude sometimes, right? You know, when things ain't done the way I want them done, you know, I get a little, but you know, but I told my kids, don't look to your dad. Do not look to me. Because I'll be the first one to tell you, I'm going to let you down. The Bible tells me that if you look unto Jesus, you look unto him, he's not going to let you down. If anything, he understands you more than anybody else. He made you, man. So we get back to marriage. I'm going to close already. This is going to be. Jesus told her, don't touch her. Not because I don't want you to. It's that I want you to look to the God who sent me to do all this so that you can be reconciled to God. Now, Jesus is at the right hand of God right now. He's interceding for you and I. He's praying for you and I. And you look at this part of the text, all right? There's an empty tomb, and yet people in this world don't teach it. I'm talking about church. And then you got secular people that are trying to disprove the resurrection of Jesus Christ. Now, people have a choice. All of us do. Either you believe God's word or you don't. Simple as that. That's what I tell people. Co-workers, whoever. Christians, whoever. They want to argue with me sometimes. I don't want to argue, man. Either you believe God's word or you don't. I choose to believe God's word. And that doesn't make any sense, man. You part of this. Well, it might not make any sense to you, but it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense because I believe it. Yeah, how can that happen? Try to explain to them? Forget it. You can't. And thank God for all this technology now, all this archaeological they're doing. They're finding in the Red Sea old Egyptian chariots that what the Bible says happened, it did happen. Isn't that something? And not too long ago, I think it was Friday, I was reading on how they might have found already Pontius Pilate reigned the day he condemned Jesus Christ. Big, bold letters, you know. You know. It is a Roman reign, and we believe it's Pontius Pilate reigned when he was standing there telling the people, what should I do with Jesus? So our process, brothers, in Christ doesn't stop. Keeps going and going and going and going. And I tell the Lord personally, don't stop. Just keep teaching me more. I got a long way to go still. And when I'm reading God's word and I'm studying it and I'm looking, oh, that word means that. I've read this word like 15 minutes. That word means that. Let's pray. Father God, we just thank you, Lord Jesus. We thank you for your word, Lord. I ask even now, Lord, that you just continue to minister to us. And we thank you again, Lord, for what you did on that cross almost 2,000 years ago. And that you resurrected, Lord, and you ascended to heaven, Lord. And you coming back for us. So we just thank you, Lord, Father. I just pray that you would continue to minister to us, Father. Continue to speak to us, Lord. Continue, give us a greater desire to study your word, to read your word, Lord, to pray, Lord, to hang out with Christians, Lord, that are going to build our faith, Lord, that are going to help us walk this walk as well. But most of all, Lord, help us to fix our eyes on you, Jesus, no one else. So So we just thank you and we glorify you, Lord. I pray for each one of these saints that are here today. Lord, that you be with us this whole week. Protect us, Lord, and just continue to watch over us, Lord. Deliver us from all evil. And we just pray for our Pastor Don, Lord, as Cindy told me today he was being cleared to drive, but his truck doesn't work. But praise God, Lord, that you're little by little, the process is going for Pastor Don for recovery. I ask even now, Lord, as he's there by himself sometimes, Lord, that you will continue to speak to him, because he's going to come back on fire, and he's going to teach us. I can't wait for that. So you just continue to minister, Lord, and give Cindy and Molly, Lord, the strength to take care of them, Lord. And I just thank you for her faithfulness towards John and Molly as well, Lord, her dad, Lord, and just watching over him. I just pray right now that you would just strengthen him, Lord. And Lord, I just pray that you would just continue to guide him, Lord, and speak to him, Lord, in Jesus' name. Amen. Have a good week.